Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome to Guns N' Roses Central. And I hope you guys are having a good Friday morning. I think Friday's one of my favorite days considering the weekend is here. So let's talk about our first piece of news. And I want to give a big shout out to Carlos, who's one of my subscribers. He's going to be on the podcast in the next couple weeks, and he alerted me to this news. So I don't know if you guys know who Jay Mohr is, but he's a comedian, and he has a podcast where he interviews different celebrities. I think he's had Matt Sorum on before. I don't know if Duff has been on his show, but he recently had Steven Adler and his mom on his podcast. It was about a week ago or so, and I listened to most of the interview. There was a little bit of it I didn't get a chance to finish listening to, but they talked a lot about Steven's, his mom's new book. If you actually listen to the interview, Steven doesn't appear in the interview until like the 10 or 15 minute mark. The first part of the interview is just with Steven's mom. And I think it's a real emotional interview that for Jay Mohr because he himself suffered from addiction back in the 90s. And they focus pretty heavily on the addiction aspect of the interview. There is some talk of Guns N' Roses. They talked a bit about the reunion, but nothing we didn't already know. They did talk about something that I hadn't heard before. They talked about how when Steven was kicked out of the band, how Matt Sorum wasn't originally the first guy they had in mind to replace Steven. So they had originally thought about Martin Chambers of the Pretenders. Now this is a photo of his drum kit just to give you guys some context. It's got like a very octopus looking kind of look to it. And we know he actually rehearsed with Guns N' Roses back when Steven Adler left. And according to Jay Mohr, the guys in Guns N' Roses actually really thought he was a great drummer and would have been a good fit for the band. But basically, when the band was going to go offer him the gig, they said, listen, we like you as a drummer, but we want you to scale down your kit a bit. It's a little over the top. And he basically told the guys from Guns where to go. And that's why they eventually went on to Matt Sorum, at least according to the story that Jay had told. So if you guys want to listen to the entire interview, I've linked to it down below. And without further ado, guys, let's go on to our next piece of Guns N' Roses news. So the next piece of news is that, as you guys know, Guns N' Roses are in Singapore. They're going to be playing Singapore this Saturday. And there's this Guns N' Roses fan who actually works at the Changi airport, and he actually took some photos with the Guns N' Roses private planes. So I think it's kind of weird that he gave his name out and that he actually, showed his face on these photos, because I don't know if he could get fired for doing that. So these are just some photos he posted on social media. And, the plane's looking pretty awesome. That's got to be a really nice private plane. And as I was scrolling through this article, I scrolled to the bottom and I'm like, I guarantee you my video I did on Guns N' Roses private plane is there. And sure enough, it ended up on the article. So I think that's really cool. It's appeared on a bunch of different sites. And yeah, I noticed a bump in traffic this morning. But since we're on the topic of Singapore, these are some photos from Guns N' Roses in Singapore. I think the top left photo of Slash may be in Perth. I did see a video of Slash signing autographs in Perth, and that looks like it's from Australia, not Singapore. But the rest of the photos are from Singapore, so you can see Del James, you can see Duff, you can also see Axl posing with a fan as well. And then we've got some news about Guns N' Roses show in Singapore. So as you guys know, and I mentioned before, they're playing Singapore on Saturday. And an article that appeared online said that one of Guns N' Roses' demands for each of their shows is that they have a full gym backstage so that their band members can actually work out before the actual performance. And this was revealed at a press conference that the show promoters LAMC held on Thursday. They also revealed that the band, their crew, and their entourage arrived in Singapore on Wednesday evening in a private plane. And they also said that Axl, Slash, and Duff are staying at the Marina Bay Sands Hotel, and Axl himself is believed to be putting up at the hotel's exclusive presidential suite in the hotel, which, according to its website, includes a baby grand piano. And according to the concert promoters, this concert is one of the biggest rock shows held in Singapore, with close to 50,000 tickets sold. And the only other concert to take place at the outdoors venue was a gig by Metallica, which drew 40,000 people in a 2013 show organized by the same promoters. They also said that all parking slots except for handicap parking have been taken up, and heavy traffic is expected to the venue on show day. And if you guys want to read more about the Singapore show, I've linked to the article down below. So that does it for today's Guns N' Roses news, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys had a great week. Tune into my channel on Sunday, and I'll be having another podcast on my channel. We'll have a different guest this time around, and we'll be talking about all things related to Guns N' Roses. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts on today's news, and be sure to follow me on Facebook and subscribe to my Facebook channel as well. So I've linked to both my social media accounts down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.